In the annals of mountaineering, few tales are as enigmatic and haunting as that of George Mallory and his fateful attempt to conquer Mount Everest in 1924. Yet, beyond the icy slopes and the enduring mystery of his disappearance lies another compelling narrative. The story of the family he left behind. How did they grapple with his loss? How did his legacy shape their lives? And remarkably, how did the Mallory name continue to be intertwined with Everest for generations to come? When George Mallory vanished on Everest in June 1924, he left behind his wife, Ruth, and their 3 young children, Clare, John, and Barridge, affectionately known as Barry. The news of his disappearance was a devastating blow to the family. Ruth, in particular, was thrust into the harsh spotlight of public scrutiny while grappling with profound personal grief. Letters exchanged between George and Ruth, some of which have been published a century later, reveal the depth of their bond and the emotional turmoil Ruth endured during this period. Ruth Mallory, a pillar of strength. In the wake of her husband's disappearance, Ruth faced the daunting task of raising their children alone. She relocated the family to live with her father, seeking solace and support. Despite the societal expectations of the time, Ruth remained resilient, ensuring that her children received a proper education and upbringing. She seldom spoke publicly about her husband's tragic end, choosing instead to focus on her family's future. The children, carving their own paths. Clare, the eldest, pursued a career in education and became an accomplished author. Her writings often reflected themes of adventure and resilience, perhaps echoing her father's indomitable spirit. John Mallory, George's only son, led a life away from the public eye. He married and had children, one of whom would later bring the Mallory name back into the limelight. Barry, the youngest daughter, also led a life marked by discretion, with little public information available about her endeavors. A grandson's tribute, the 1995 ascent. In a poignant twist of fate, George Mallory's grandson, also named George Mallory, honored his grandfather's legacy by summiting Mount Everest in 1995. This ascent was not merely a personal achievement, but a symbolic act, bridging the gap between past and present. Standing atop the world's highest peak, he left a photograph of his grandparents, a gesture that resonated deeply with the Mallory family's enduring connection to Everest. The Mallorys and the Irvines, a shared legacy. The bond between the Mallory and Irvine families, forged in tragedy, remained strong over the decades. In June 2024, a centenary event commemorating the disappearance of George Mallory and Andrew Sandy Irvine was held at the Royal Geographical Society in London. The gathering saw over 600 attendees, including more than 30 members of the Mallory family and 8 from the Irvine family. This event underscored the lasting impact of the 1924 expedition on both families and the broader mountaineering community. Recent developments, unraveling the mystery. The quest to uncover the truth about Mallory and Irvine's final moments has persisted for a century. In a significant development, a National Geographic team discovered remains believed to be those of Sandy Irvine on Everest's north face in late 2024. A boot containing a frozen foot and a sock labeled AC Irvine were found, reigniting discussions about the duo's fate and the possibility that they may have reached the summit before their demise. The Mallory legacy today. As of 2025, the Mallory family continues to honor their patriarch's legacy. While some members have chosen lives away from the public eye, Others have embraced the family's mountaineering heritage. Alan Mallory, for instance, along with his family, undertook the challenge of summiting Everest, becoming the first family of 4 to reach the peak. Their 2-month journey was fraught with challenges, underscoring the enduring Mallory spirit of adventure and resilience. The story of George Mallory and his family is one of profound loss, unwavering determination, and an unbreakable bond with the world's highest peak. From the tragic events of 1924 to the family's continued adventures, the Mallorys exemplify a legacy that transcends generations, inspiring mountaineers and dreamers alike. Don't forget to like video and subscribe channel. See you in next video.